The Buffalo Bills' decision to move on from head coach Sean McDermott marked the end of one of the most successful yet ultimately frustrating eras in franchise history. For nearly a decade, McDermott transformed the Bills from a long-suffering NFL afterthought into a perennial playoff contender. Yet, despite consistent regular season success and a franchise quarterback in Josh Allen, Buffalo once again found itself exiting the postseason earlier than expected. This time, ownership decided that good enough was no longer acceptable. The firing sent shockwaves through the NFL. McDermott had delivered division titles, playoff appearances, and stability, commodities that once felt impossible to imagine in Buffalo. But in a league driven by championships, the inability to reach the Super Bowl during the Josh Allen era ultimately proved fatal. Now, the Bills enter one of the most critical offseasons in franchise history, tasked with finding a head coach capable of taking the final step from contender to champion. With a roster still built to win now and a quarterback in his prime, Buffalo is one of the most attractive head coaching destinations in football. That means the candidate list is both deep and fascinating. Here are the 6 most intriguing options to replace Sean McDermott. 1. Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator, Detroit Lions. If there is one name that consistently tops every coaching wish list around the league, it is Ben Johnson. Johnson has become one of the NFL's most respected offensive minds after orchestrating the Detroit Lions' explosive offense. His system emphasizes creativity, balance, and adaptability, traits that many believe Buffalo has lacked in critical postseason moments. While Josh Allen's raw talent has carried the Bills' offense for years, critics argue that schematic stagnation and predictability have limited their ceiling. Johnson could change that immediately. He is known for tailoring his play calling to his personnel, something that would be invaluable with a quarterback as dynamic as Allen. His ability to create mismatches, design innovative red zone concepts, and keep defenses guessing could unlock a more efficient and less volatile version of the Bills' offense. The biggest question surrounding Johnson is experience. He has never been a head coach, and Buffalo's expectations would be enormous from day one. Still, many around the league believe Johnson represents the modern NFL coach, offense first, aggressive, and adaptable. For a franchise desperate to maximize its Super Bowl window, the gamble might be worth it. 2. Eric Bieniema, assistant head coach, offensive coordinator. Eric Bieniema has been a head coaching candidate for years, and Buffalo may finally be the place where his opportunity arrives. Having played a significant role in the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty, Bieniema brings championship pedigree and first-hand knowledge of what it takes to build and sustain a title-winning culture. His experience working alongside Patrick Mahomes offers an obvious parallel to Josh Allen, and many believe Bieniema could help Allen refine his decision-making without dulling his aggressive edge. Beyond the X's and O's, Bieniema is widely respected as a leader and motivator. Players consistently praise his accountability and intensity, qualities that could help Buffalo overcome the mental hurdles that have plagued them in the postseason. The lingering concern is whether Bieniema's success can be fully separated from Andy Reid. However, Buffalo's roster strength and established infrastructure could allow him to step in without needing to rebuild from scratch. For a team seeking both cultural toughness and offensive innovation, Bieniema stands out as a compelling option. 3. Mike Vrabel, former Tennessee Titans head coach. If the Bills want a proven leader with head coaching experience, Mike Vrabel deserves serious consideration. Vrabel's tenure with the Tennessee Titans showcased his ability to overachieve with limited resources, consistently fielding disciplined, physical teams that thrived in high-pressure situations. His teams were known for toughness, situational mastery, and postseason resilience, qualities Buffalo has often lacked when it mattered most. While Vrabel is a defensive-minded coach, he understands the importance of delegating offensive responsibilities to strong coordinators. Pairing him with a creative offensive staff could give the Bills the balance they need, structure and discipline on one side, explosiveness on the other. Critics argue that Vrabel's conservative tendencies might clash with Josh Allen's gunslinger style. However, supporters counter that Vrabel could provide the stability and situational awareness that would help Allen avoid costly mistakes in playoff games. For a franchise that has repeatedly fallen just short, Vrabel's playoff savvy could be invaluable. 4. Brian Flores, defensive coordinator, Minnesota Vikings. Brian Flores is one of the most polarizing names on the coaching market, but there is no denying his football acumen. Flores has earned a reputation as one of the NFL's most creative defensive minds, capable of confusing even elite quarterbacks with complex pressure schemes. His defenses consistently outperform expectations, and his adaptability stands out in a league increasingly dominated by offensive innovation. Buffalo's defense has often been strong statistically under McDermott, but it has struggled against elite quarterbacks in the postseason. Flores' aggressive approach could help address that issue, particularly in January football. However, Flores' previous stint as a head coach raised questions about leadership style and relationships within the organization. For Buffalo, the key would be pairing Flores with a strong offensive coordinator who can fully harness Josh Allen's talents. If that balance can be achieved, Flores offers a high-ceiling option with the potential to elevate the Bills on both sides of the ball. 5. Bobby Slowik, offensive coordinator, Houston Texans. Bobby Slowik represents the new generation of offensive thinkers shaping the modern NFL. After helping guide the development of a young quarterback in Houston, Slowik has quickly gained recognition for his ability to simplify complex concepts and create quarterback-friendly systems. His offense emphasizes rhythm, timing, and efficiency, elements that could help Josh Allen reduce turnovers while maintaining explosiveness. Slowik's background in the Shanahan coaching tree brings a strong run-pass balance that could make the Bills' offense more sustainable in cold-weather playoff games. Buffalo has often leaned too heavily on Allen's arm, and Slowik's philosophy could create a more diversified attack. The primary concern is his limited experience at the highest level. Still, for a franchise willing to embrace a forward-thinking approach, Slowik offers a fascinating blend of innovation and adaptability. 6. Jim Harbaugh, Los Angeles Chargers head coach, hypothetical scenario. While unlikely, the idea of Jim Harbaugh leaving his current position would instantly make him one of the most intriguing options available. Harbaugh's track record speaks for itself. He has won everywhere he has coached, from college football to the NFL, and his teams are known for physicality, discipline, and mental toughness. Those traits align perfectly with Buffalo's identity and climate. Harbaugh's ability to prepare teams for big games could be the missing piece for a franchise that has repeatedly stumbled on the playoff stage. Pairing his leadership with Josh Allen's talent could create one of the league's most formidable combinations. The obstacles are obvious: contractual commitments, personality fit, and organizational philosophy. But if Buffalo were to make a bold move, Harbaugh would represent a win-now hire with immediate credibility. What the Bills must get right. Replacing Sean McDermott is not just about finding a better coach, it is about finding the right coach for this moment. The Bills must prioritize maximizing Josh Allen's prime years, improving postseason decision-making, avoiding schematic stagnation, maintaining a strong locker room culture. This hire will define the franchise for the next decade. Buffalo is no longer chasing relevance, it is chasing championships. Anything less than a Super Bowl appearance will be viewed as a failure, regardless of regular season success. Final thoughts. Sean McDermott leaves behind a legacy of respectability, consistency, and competitiveness. But the NFL is an unforgiving league, and the Bills' inability to take the final step forced ownership's hand. Now comes the hard part. Whether Buffalo opts for an offensive innovator like Ben Johnson, a proven leader like Mike Vrabel, or a bold swing on a rising star, the next head coach will inherit both immense opportunity and enormous pressure. With Josh Allen under center and a fanbase starving for a Lombardi trophy, the margin for error has never been smaller. The Bills are officially all in, and this coaching decision may determine whether their championship window finally opens, or quietly closes.